the Supreme Court has issued a ruling impacting the interpretation of the Second Amendment. The ruling emphasizes historical context when evaluating gun regulations. Modern safety concerns are now secondary to historical precedent in these evaluations. Gun control laws lacking historical parallels may be considered unconstitutional. This shift prioritizes the historical understanding of the right to bear arms. The ruling potentially limits the scope of permissible gun regulations based on contemporary needs. The ruling is informed by landmark cases such as District of Columbia v. Heller. It also builds upon McDonald versus Chicago, reinforcing the individual's right to bear arms. The ruling further solidifies principles established in Bruin. The decision emphasizes that gun regulations must align with American historical tradition. The central legal debate concerns the interpretation of the Second Amendment. One side argues for interpreting the Second Amendment based on historical analysis. The opposing view suggests interpretation should consider contemporary public safety needs. The Supreme Court's preference for a historical approach has led to notable legal and societal impacts. Dissenting justices express concerns over the potential weakening of states' abilities. They argue that the ruling may diminish states' capacity to protect their citizens effectively. A key concern is the potential for an increase in gun violence due to reduced state oversight. This perspective highlights the critical balance between individual rights and collective safety. The dissent emphasizes the necessity of maintaining order through reasonable regulations. Balancing individual liberties with public safety remains a central point of contention in the debate. The Supreme Court's decision has prompted immediate nationwide reactions. Gun rights advocates are celebrating the ruling as a victory for personal freedom. Conversely, gun control groups are voicing concerns about potential increases in gun violence. These groups also worry about the weakening of public safety measures related to firearms. State governments are reevaluating their existing gun laws. This review is prompted by new legal standards established by the Supreme Court. The process may involve rewriting gun laws to ensure compliance. Adjustments are made based on historical precedents and current regulations. Gun owners consider the ruling a validation of their Second Amendment rights. They view this amendment as crucial for personal and family protection. The right to self-defense is seen as a fundamental aspect of freedom. Gun owners perceive the ruling as a limitation on potential government overreach. This perspective emphasizes the importance of individual liberties and the right to bear arms. Community activists are voicing concerns about a potential increase in gun violence. These concerns stem from fears that the ruling could result in more guns circulating on the streets. The activists predict that increased gun availability will disproportionately affect vulnerable populations. They advocate for the implementation of stricter gun control measures. The goal of these measures is to proactively prevent potential tragedies. Ultimately, the activists aim to safeguard communities through responsible gun regulation. Law enforcement agencies are actively adapting to changes resulting from the Supreme Court's rulings. This adaptation involves a comprehensive understanding of the updated legal framework. Agencies are adjusting their enforcement tactics to align with the new legal landscape. A key objective is to maintain public safety effectively within the revised legal boundaries. These adjustments ensure individual rights are respected during law enforcement activities. Training programs are being updated to reflect these changes in legal interpretation and enforcement.